Welcome to GRE. I'm Keith Weinhold, and we have a special announcement on Get Rich Education for today's little in-between-isode here. Just today, I have released my first ever book. Yes, Get Rich Education's first book is out today. It's titled 7 Money Myths That Are Killing Your Wealth Potential. You can find it now at getricheducation.com/book, and it is authored solely by me. No guest writers or ghost writers were involved at all. Do I even have to say that really these days? Jeez, but there were not any co-authors. It's all me. It's a black and gold covered ebook with Robert Kiyosaki's endorsement right there on the book cover. And you know what I just learned right before coming on air here is that I've been told that the book has already hit Amazon #1 bestseller status. That's where it is at the moment. That's amazing to me. So what's inside the book? Well, it dispels antiquated wealth-building myths for you like compound interest creates wealth, millionaires have got it made, and of course, the absolutely dreadful live below your means. And it gives you solutions and concludes how strategic real estate investing solves all 7 myths. I'm telling you, who are the people in your life that have told you a penny saved is a penny earned? Well, none of the wealthy people that you knew in your life, that's who. And you know, no one person in society has an overspending problem. Not you, not anyone you know. The problem that your mortgage payment is high and makes you house poor, that's not the problem. The fact that you pay a lot for the haircut at the nice place, the nice salon, that's not the problem. That does not contribute to the overspending. So I encourage you to keep doing those things because overspending is not a problem for you or anyone you know. The problem is lack of income. Focus on your upside. That'll make the problem go away. Don't even spend substantial time looking at where you can reduce your expenses as long as it makes your lifestyle better, okay? Make more money instead. You know, it's funny how society talks about something like Hump Day. Yeah, Hump Day. Everyone knows what that is. It's kind of sad that everyone knows what that means. That means Wednesday. Hump Day means, ugh, I'm past the midweek hump, and I can't wait for the week to pass by so that I have time to win back just a small piece of my soul back this weekend, maybe. I mean, what an awful way to live when you have substantial streams of passive income and you can be job optional. Hump Day won't be a thing in your life. Hump Day is a pathetic celebration that your time, therefore your life, is passing you by. And that's not a reason to celebrate. I mean, who would actually choose to live the majority of their waking life this way if they know that there's an alternative? You will never be younger, happier, and more alive than you are right now. So you've got to do something about that time thief and do it with a sense of urgency. There is some content in the book for you that you've heard me discuss here before on the show, and there's other fresh wealth-building content which you've surely never read or heard at all in your entire life. And even if you do see some content that you've only heard about before here on the show, well, seeing it in black and white kind of gives you a new perspective, a fresh understanding, and some reinforcement too. So the brand new book just released today has both wealth-building mindset content and actionable material too. And some of the mindset portion includes, about 10 examples that I gave in there, examples of living below your means versus expanding your means. And one of those examples of living below your means is hauling buckets of water to your garden every day, which is kind of showing up at a soul-sucking job every day, where instead expanding your means is setting up your sprinkler system in the garden one time at the beginning of the season, which is like establishing another passive income stream. I put some simple numbers to the fact that the return from home equity is always zero and how, in almost every case, retirement plans are for losers. I also defend your right to want to be wealthy. You should never have to be in a position in your life where you feel like you have to defend your desire to have wealth. No one should ever demean wealth. No one should ever demean success. We should always promote wealth and success because this is where we all eventually want to be. Some people in society just have a hard time admitting this, and that's not abundant. The book also gets into trading your time for money, which is the worst trade of your life, by the way. And I also talk about how and why I don't desire to have my home paid off by the time I'm age 45 or 75 or 105. And in fact, why I've chosen to keep my home mortgaged to the absolute hilt. You know something interesting? You know what my New York City-based book editor said about what I wrote? She said she knew nothing about real estate investing before reading the book. She basically proofread the manuscript before we published. She said afterward, gosh, reading this book kind of has me interested in learning more about real estate investing. So I thought, perfect, I'm on the right track with this book. Because, see, I did not get overly complex with this book. I set out to put people on a path to build wealth with this book. I wrote it to make you and other uninitiated people wealthy. I did not write it to make you a Nobel Prize winner, and I didn't write it to make you a Keynesian economist either. So that's why this is the ideal resource to share with your friend or relative that just doesn't listen to this show or think abundantly, or that person that's been on the fence about investing in real estate, including out-of-market income property. Now, one other interesting thing for you and those that you share the book with is that this book editor told me that it's basically breaking the rules with this book. That's what I'm doing, because I made it easy to read with a lot of short 2-sentence paragraphs rather than these big, blocky 10-sentence paragraphs that carry on for 15 lines in a book and cause eye strain and make you want to put the book down. So this book is brief and to the point. There's no fluff, no long drawn-out stories. Because, you know, the problem with most books is that they're just too doggone long, 250 pages or 380 pages. So as I worked on this book, I kept finding places to chop it down, whittle it down, and keep it lean. In fact, you're going to find the book to be about 40 pages. That's how condensed I've made it. It might even be equivalent to 35 with that spacing. You can read the book in under 2 hours. I want to be an educator. Look, sadly, most people don't even buy a book and read. And why is that? Because they couldn't finish the last book that they read. And why didn't they finish the last book they read? Because it was too doggone long. So we're solving that problem at the same time that we're building wealth by dispelling money myths. Every last reader of 7 money myths that are killing your wealth potential can finish the book. So at least on this first book that I've ever written here, I broke the editor's rules because that's what makes sense for you, the reader, not any sort of what makes sense to an old-fashioned editor standard. Our business developer here at Get Rich Education, John Collins, read an early draft of the book, and he said, this thing is like a Weinhold compendium. Kind of made me laugh. It just has all those sort of bits that make GRE. Now, there are more than 7 myths about money for sure, but my choice to go with these 7 is that these are 7 big ones, and I didn't want more than 7 because the book would start getting to be more of a normal book length, and then it would be so lengthy that people might not finish it. So again, grab it at getricheducation.com/book. For a short period of time here, I made sure they kept the book price artificially low for you. That price will go up after Friday, but I wanted to make sure that GRE insiders like you and our newsletter subscribers get a crack at it for a very low price, at least in the early days here. So that's why you want to get it now, and you can read it on your Kindle by this weekend. And hey, I've just really got to thank you for your following. You know, having a podcast that can help you build your wealth every week since 2014 is something that I never thought I'd be doing. Being more of a quiet writer type, being more of the one that was voted as the most quiet and shy student of my high school classmates years ago. I really expect this to be the first book of many throughout my life. So let me know what you think. If you like the book, 7 Money Myths That Are Killing Your Wealth Potential, I'd be so super beyond grateful if once you read it, you wrote a review on Amazon for the book. So to get the book again right now, just go to getricheducation.com/book. I'll be back for the next regular show to help you build your wealth. Until then, don't quit your daydream.